Hey everyone, I wanted to bring you one of my buddy's guns. He just acquired it, and as you can tell it's a Sig Sauer, and was just this model particular was announced at the 2012 SHOT Show by Sig, and I'm sure it'll get a lot of press. I think they just did a review in Shooting Times magazine of it, so I figured I'd bring it to you, and I'm going to try to add a clip at the end of actually shooting this SIG, and I have two different file formats, so I have to convert it. So I'll see if I can get that in at the end of this video. So I'll open it up here. It's kind of a neat offering by Sig, I think, and obviously he thinks as well. What you have here is the Sig P938, and you may recognize its similarity to the P238, which is Sig's compact 1911 style pistol in .380. This here, the P938, is their brand new 9mm version. And I'll do a safety check, even though I already know it's unloaded. And then it has the same 1911 style as the 238, but it is 9mm, and it has just like I think the P238 has ambidextrous safety, and this does as well. It's a 1911 style, and it's brand new. So I think we probably put maybe 400 rounds through it today to break it in and just see how it all works. So all the pieces are still in their brand new stage, but safety comes off easy, goes on nice, it locks in very nicely. There you can see Sig Sauer P938. It's in 9mm, so you'd carry it cocked and locked most likely, and it has a pretty good trigger feel. We've noticed that it's more of a downward pull than a straight back pull. You can kind of see that by the trigger, but actually recoil was really manageable. This is an all-steel frame. I think a lot of the 9mm subcompacts, even the really small subcompacts, and that sounds funny, but the really small 9mm offerings a lot of them are polymer, and this SIG frame and slide is all steel. So it has some heft to it, which is good for recoil management. I think it has Trigicon night sights, I believe. So you also get that benefit with it. You have night sights on it, and you know Sig comes out with all kinds of different names for a lot of their semi-autos, especially the small ones, and the standard offerings. They all have different versions with different grips, different sights, different options. This has obviously nice wood grips. I'm pretty sure these are wood. They may be some kind of a polymer as well. Trigger is serrated, you can see here, and they're actually pretty extreme serrations. Firing about 400 rounds, it can kind of bother your finger, but you practice with it and then you carry it. This isn't a range day plinking gun per se. This is a self-defense, personal defense firearm. It's got serrations on the front part of the grip as well as the back to help you keep a hold of it, but again, recoil is really manageable. You'll see if I can splice the shooting video together, the recoil is not that bad, at least for me. So there you go, 9mm, and just for comparison, I have my bodyguard here, my Smith & Wesson bodyguard, and I know the bodyguard's 380, so this isn't apples to apples, and I don't have a P238 SIG to compare this P938 to, but just so you can see here the difference in width. Obviously 9mm is going to be slightly, the frame and slide are going to be slightly larger to accommodate the cartridge and the recoil and everything. I think if you look up ballistics differences between a 380 and a 9mm, you'll see they're probably pretty different. Difference in length here, bodyguard's a little bit shorter, but again, you're moving up to a 9mm for self-defense, and I think a lot of people would agree that from 380 to 9mm, yeah, I'd like to choose a 9mm if I could fit it, in my everyday carry. You can see the slide's a bit thicker. The weight feel, it's honestly just, it's close to the same. Smith & Wesson's slide is all steel. The other parts of the frame, the grip, are all polymer. So the slide's all steel. I don't know, they're pretty close, which is actually saying a lot for the Sig 9mm, that it's close to the same weight as the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. Again, not apples to apples comparison, but just wanted to give you a look. I think the Sig P238 is close to the Bodyguard in terms of size, so that's basically the difference right there. And that's really not much. I think Sig has a good market for these. The competitors are the new Smith & Wesson MP9 Shield, I think they call it, and I can't remember who just came out. You got the Kimber Solo 9mm. I'm trying to think, someone else. Springfield, I think, just came out. Well, they came out with the XDS, the Slim 45 ACP, and I think they obviously just have their subcompacts and things like that. But this is a pretty nice little gun, and this is pretty much the first. He got really low serial numbers on this, so it's pretty much the first run out. And honestly, we had no issues. I think earlier on maybe there was one failure to extract when he was shooting some of his standard Winchester white box ammo, just to get used to it. But I mean, once we started shooting it, I would guess we fired 300 to 400 rounds out of this, and we had no hiccups on that, no issues at all, and that's pretty good, I think, for a small carry gun. You know, and if you don't mind carrying cocked and locked in a holster, pocket holster, something that covers up the trigger in the safety, or in the waistband or something like that, this is a pretty good choice, I would say. I really enjoyed shooting it. Sights are just fantastic. I mean, they just come right up in your face. We were shooting some steel, and you know, they just pop right out at you. We had no issues with it at all. So there it is, kind of a newer gun. I'm sure there's going to be tons of reviews on YouTube, actual shooting reviews, which are definitely good. But just wanted to bring this to you and thank my friend. He'll remain nameless, but thank him for letting me shoot it today, and also letting me put it out on YouTube for everybody to take a look at a close-up on this newer gun from Sig. Well made and sturdy and solid. It's definitely a fun gun to shoot. Thanks for watching. I forgot, I'm back. I wanted to show you some groups that my friend shot. Pretty much standard self-defense kind of ranges, something like 7 yards, 21 feet. These are groups, some of these groups are 10 shots, and I think, you know, he's not firing, you know, one shot every 5 or 6 seconds. I think he's moving a little faster than that to see how it'll do in a more realistic scenario. Maybe a shot a second, shot every second and a half, something like that. And these are just general groupings. First time shooting the Sig, and they're pretty good for a short little barrel 9mm semi-auto. I think that'll work if you get into a pinch. Those groupings are sure pretty nice for that little gun. So just wanted to bring you that, just a little more detail in case you're considering buying it. This was right out of the box, first shots, ranging from I think he had Remington Golden Saber, Winchester white box, I think maybe some Federal premium self-defense ammo. So it was a mix of different self-defense ammo and regular white box ammo. So just want to bring this to you, some extra information in case you're looking at the Sig. Thanks.
This thing has video. I still have 85% battery. It's just worried about running out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then you can see what you're recording if you want to. How do you know what you're hitting?
All right. Mm-hmm.